Hey everybody, I just shot a video showcasing some goodies from Josh at VCG Resins by Reese, specifically this Ford flathead for a future project. This is what he sent me this month. Purchased a few things, just got a lot of good stuff to show off, and I want you guys to see it all. I want to show you guys just the quality and the range of products that Josh has. So please, I hope you find something in this video that interests you. It's kind of long. I shot that first and I babbled on for a solid 13 minutes. So apologies for that, but I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and thank you for all the support. And Josh, thank you very much for the help on this project and the continued friendship and support. You are the best. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But I love all you guys. It's always a blast. And thanks for the comments on the last video. I had some really great comments on that. And I'll be showing off the finished Lotus to wrap up the Formula One group build, which was hosted by myself and Tim at Box Stock. But I'm gonna cut this short now since I babbled on long enough in the rest of the video. So you guys take care. So, pizza boxes. We have 3 pizza boxes today. I believe this one may just be the mason jars for the bootlegger's ball. Yes, it is. So if you are participating in the bootlegger's ball and you place an order with Josh at VCG Resins, let us know before you place your order, and we can get you a code. So with your order, you can get some of these mason jars, which are going to be, I'm going to use for my build. I'm happy to get these. So yeah, again, if you're participating and planning on ordering from Josh, do let us know. Now, I haven't opened any of this stuff, so this is all live as we do. As usual, these pizza boxes are beautifully packaged, as always. And what do we got here? Okay, so this is the Ford Flathead Speed Shop, and this is a really awesome option for anyone. Hot rod, stock flathead you want some good detail on, or in my case, this is for that specific project. In the middle 1930s, specifically 1935, Preston Tucker of the Tucker motor car fame, he talked Edsel Ford into financing basically an IndyCar operation just for them to make an attempt at the Indy 500. The rules at the time, Preston Tucker thought the Ford Flathead put into a bespoke racing chassis would really make a competitive machine, and they got Harry Miller to design the car, who was the master at the time, and it was front-wheel drive, independent suspension, and they were all powered by these Ford Flatheads, and but a very specific flathead. So since it was front-wheel drive, they installed the flathead backwards, so the back of the engine was at the front and basically just bolted directly to the third member, the transaxle that went across the front of the car, and then at the back of the car was the front assembly, if that makes sense. And then they had either 4 single carb setup or 2 dual, which is what I'm doing here, as well as the cylinder heads. The water passages still went out towards the front because the radiator was in the traditional spot, so they had to do some swapping around with the cylinder heads as well. But so what you get with the Speed Shop flathead is you get a bunch of options, and if you go on the website and look for the Ford Flathead Speed Shop, you'll see all the options. I mean, you got different intake options, you got different headers you can get. There's just a lot of different things. So different heads, you know, finned ones from Metalbrock or stock ones or whatever. And you have the nicest Ford Flathead block that's out there. I mean, this thing's gorgeous. You can see the valves and the pistons and everything. Here is my dual intake manifold for that Indy car. And this is going to be, you know, it's not a really pressing need, but I will be getting on this project probably beginning of next year after I get a couple other things finished up. I went with the straight short headers. That seems to be what was on the cars. Of course, the oil pan. This little guy here. The heads on these cars were Bonalite aluminum heads, high compression, and the water passages came out the front. So what I'm going to do is shave this down and smooth it out up here, and then paint these in aluminum. I think it'll work pretty well. These top exit water passages just you know, they're just a little different than the actual car that I'm going for. And when I get into that project, I'll post some more pictures and we'll probably go over this all again so you can see what I'm going to do. But there's the bell housing and everything, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to make all that work yet, but figure that out. He threw these in, he told me, which I'm very grateful. I'll use these to sort of graft on the front of the heads so that this will be where the water passage comes out the front. They just come straight out and go straight into the radiator. Let's see if I can be smarter than the. Then you have all your tiny pieces here, which I'm not gonna get into, but you can see the absolutely stunning detail. I mean, look at this. This is just crazy detail. Look at that with the inside. I mean, it's just amazing. If you wanted to use this Speed Shop flathead in like a diorama or whatever, I mean, this is a perfect. It's such a nice piece. It's just crazy how nice it is, and I am so grateful. So yeah, that was what he sent me to help with my project of the 1934 Miller Ford IndyCar Indy 500. And I'll be doing the Ted Horn car, which is white and black number 43. But like I said, I'll get into that more when we get to it. I got some long tube big block Chevy headers. This is for my USEC build, which is what all this is. This is stuff I bought for my USEC build, pretty much. Sorry, distracted. Anyways, that's looks like a couple of manual gearboxes, but that's for this other engine that I bought. Here is the Turbo 350, not Turbo 350, excuse me. This is the Turbo 400 for the USEC build as well, because the Pace Car Camaro is a 400 turbo 396 car. So I got the stock big block Chevy engine kit. Again, it's just try not to lose any of this stuff, but you know, the heads are separate, but just beautiful big block. And you got your heads with some really nice details, and the holes for for wiring the plugs or whatever you want to do. Nice intake manifold. This will all get painted Chevy engine orange. The manifolds, but I got those long tube headers because I read that the actual car that paints the field had headers installed from the factory. And you got the stock valve covers, and you got another style of stock valve covers. I will search up some pictures and see what works out best. And of course the oil pan, again, beyond nice. Front assembly pieces to finish out the build. These are really the pieces that elevate it to the next level. And some air cleaners to choose from. Again, not sure exactly the direction there. Finally, this is one you've probably all seen before. I believe some people did. It's the Slant 8 Warplane engine kit, and I think I've got a plan for this for a hot rod, so I wanted to snag one when they came back in stock. It's you know, it's sort of a fantasy engine or whatever you want to call it. It's based off of the Slant 6, but in this, I mean, it's just an awesome design. You got the Slant 8. It's just basically they've stretched out. It's a stretched out Slant 6, you know. It's a Scale Auto Model Works 3D design. Really cool. With the 8 cylinders, got this beautiful finned valve cover. The exhaust is just killer with this sort of gasser style or lake style header. I mean, look at this. How wild would that be on the side of the engine there? Just super cool options there. Running the single pipes or whatever you want to do. Excuse me. But anyways, I really wanted this. Here's another option with an Offenhauser branded valve cover, which I may use. I always like to use those. So you got a couple options as well for you know, Webers with air filters, and you got the velocity stacks there, and then all of the bits and bobs to finish it out. But yeah, this will be in a hot rod, and so that's it. That's what I got. I bought a couple things for future projects. I don't know when I'll get to the hot rod. That's going to be probably spur of the moment, just whenever I feel like it. The USAC build with the 396, of course, I've already been working on. And then I'm really chomping at the bit to get going on this flathead. So I'm going to finish a couple. I didn't show this too. This is on the flathead. Look at that crank. I mean, how freaking cool is that? It's just amazing. And it makes me want to get another one of these. Just to put on an engine stand, just like this, because look at that. I mean, it's every detail. This thing is perfect. So I can't thank Josh enough. I've been babbling on now for 12 and a half minutes, so I'm sorry. This is gonna be a long video. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. Thanks again, Josh. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thanks to everybody that comments. I hope you find something at VCG that you can use. He just has wonderful products, and he's my first choice. I go there first. You know, it's not the only 3D stuff I use, but it's my favorite. And yeah, so I'll have another video real soon, and I'm gonna hop off here. Hopefully I can get this in. It may take forever to upload, but hopefully you see something you like, or at least this piques your interest where you can go check out the website. I will talk to you again real soon, and I hope you all enjoy your Thanksgiving if you celebrate that, and have a happy start of your holiday season. So, see you soon.